Hi everyone, it's Leilani. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be working on another Project Life spread for week 20 of 2025. So last week I was not able to put up a second video because I did have kind of a busy week, a lot of things scheduled and planned, and the definite highlight of the week at the end of last week, I was able to go on a little girls trip to Nashville with two of my crafty friends, Christine and Laura, which was such a blast. And we'll get into all the ins and outs of the trip here as we go. But yeah, so I should be back to the regular scheduled programming this week, let's hope, and I'll have up my regular videos. But anyways, for this week, I had a lot of photos. You know, it's one of those weeks where I definitely have the concentration of this spread on just the girls trip, of course. So I had a lot of pictures of a lot of the cute little things that we did in Nashville. So I really didn't have to pick out very many cards, journaling cards to go with it, but they're all random and they were just from my stash. They're from all over the place. So I actually think that top one that just has those black lines, I'm pretty sure that's from A Beautiful Mess. The purple one that you can see there sort of that has a sticker on top of it, that one I think is from Studio Calico. And then I have a couple from LA Studio, but even though I didn't have to use very many cards, I really struggled with them. And you're going to see that I'm going to move them around and replace some of them. I just couldn't get the rest of the spread besides the photos into place. So it's going to take me a minute. But also, this is like one of the quicker Project Life videos. And that is because since I had all these photos, I really wanted to print them off, figure out where I was going to put them and everything. And then I really didn't have a ton that I had to do. So you'll see that as we go. But anyways, as I start putting my things into place, we will chit chat a bit. So 2 of the journaling cards immediately are getting covered as well because I have this one here with this little plant on it. And I thought this was really cute, but I love the purple and I love that like there was a bit of a white bordered outline on that card. So even though I think the plant was cute, I decided that it would have to be covered up so that I could put this sticker on top of it, which was, you know, a piece of real life ephemera that I took from the trip. I originally took that sticker off of its backing, but I didn't realize it was a clear sticker. So then I quickly put it back onto the backing so that it would be white and that plant wouldn't show through. Because obviously if I put a clear sticker down, you would see that, you know, plant from the journaling card coming through. So pop that on. And then beside the donut picture there, I also have a cute little note that Will left me in my suitcase before my trip that I wanted to keep in here as well. So those 2 journaling cards got pretty much completely covered. And then I knew that I would want one to actually add journaling, and then I kind of go back and forth on the last card and what I wanted to do. So we'll see that as we go. But I do want to tell you a little bit about the trip before this video is over. So at the top, actually, the title card, I haven't fully finished it yet, but that card is really a photo. So I took a picture inside the Five Daughters bathroom, which is the donut place that I love to go to every time I'm in Nashville. They had really, really cute wallpaper in there that was all like Nashville landmarks and stuff, and it was super cute. So that is actually just a picture that I took. I lightened it a little bit on my phone, and then I printed it off and used it as a basically like a piece of pattern paper. So I love that I was able to do that for my title card. So then I'm adding on some alphas from LA Studio and just kind of like a little cluster of labels there to put my date and everything, and then popping that into place. So if you're wondering what that big pink dolly head is, that is at the Graduate in Nashville. So it is a beautiful hotel that we were able to stay at, which was so super fun and special. I've stayed there 2 other times with my mom, and it is really cool, but they have a rooftop bar that we never went to called the White Limousine. So me and the girls went up there and were able to at least take a few pictures, but it's really a sight to see. Super pretty, really crowded and all of that, but it was so cool to be able to go up there and at least get a few pictures. So I was really happy about that. Then, of course, you'll see our donuts. We had to stop at Five Daughters. It is a must. It's a destination for me every time I go to Nashville. And then we did visit my favorite little gift shop in Nashville called Gift Horse. It is so cute. It's small, but every single thing in there is so special and colorful and fun and totally up our alley. So we had such a great time going there. We have a little selfie up at the top out in front of Gift Horse, and then a few other pictures of us like inside the graduate. So we just had such a nice time. We stickered together, we had pizza, we gabbed, and it was just a really good little trip. So I'm so happy that I'm able to document this here. So I love it. So here's where I start to have issues with my card. So I kind of went back and forth for a little bit, but I ended up moving my journaling card down to the bottom. You might have seen I was going to do a second journaling card, but I felt like as I did that journaling, I was repeating a lot of what I put in the first journaling card. And I just thought, I don't need two journaling cards really. So I ended up moving that one down to the bottom because I just thought that it flowed better with my spread. And then I decided that I wanted to make this one at the top like just a filler card. So that cute little bubbles popsicle was from like a little machine inside Gift Horse where it's like a quarter machine, but instead of like a little toy or candy or whatever, you get a little piece of art, which is super cool. So I was thinking about putting that, but I saved it. And I had one other sticker that I'd gotten at Gift Horse that said Nashville. So I kind of go back and forth, but I'm really happy that I ended up popping this on. So that paper is also just the star paper. That's a random paper, I think from Pink Fresh that I found. That's one of my favorites. It's from a Christmas collection, but it works perfectly for this. So I added on that sticker, and then I just felt like to balance it out, I wanted to add a little something else. So I do use one other small label in that same kind of teal color from LA Studio. And then I'm going to add a little bit of my roller phrase stamp on there, and everything will be back into frame here at the end. But yeah, I thought that was just a nice little filler card, and I enjoyed putting it on there. So that's actually the end of this one, y'all. I'm sorry this is so quick, but I hope that you enjoyed this quick and easy process video. If you did, please give me a like, and please also consider subscribing. And of course, I will be back at you super soon with more fun videos. Talk to you later, friends. Bye, y'all.